Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are urgently unpacking author Jan Morrow's brilliant analysis of a tectonic shift that's literally happening right under our noses. We are looking at the end of a 30-year era, the era of navigating the digital screen as we've always known it. We're moving away from a world of traditional websites and apps straight into a reality governed by AI agents. It's a massive paradigm shift that Morrow calls Interface Zero.
To really understand the stakes here, I want you to picture something. Imagine you've got a fiercely loyal customer, someone who buys from you year in and year out. But suddenly, they just stop visiting your website. They completely stop opening your promotional emails. Your analytics are showing zero engagement, none. Yet, crazy enough, the recurring purchases from your business remain exactly the same. So, what exactly happened?
Well, let's dive into this. Your customer hasn't churned. They didn't run off to a competitor. They simply delegated. They've handed their digital life over to an AI agent that now navigates the internet for them. So that beautifully designed website of yours, your clever marketing emails, those loyalty points, they're now completely invisible to this new digital middleman. So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1, the zero interface, 2, the death of the funnel, 3, building a machine-readable business, 4, who owns the customer, and finally, number 5, the human question.
All right, let's jump into section 1, the zero interface and the end of the screen.
To really grasp this fundamental restructuring, we have to clear up a major misconception right off the bat. Interface Zero is not the elimination of the internet, it is the mediation of it. Think about it. For 30 years, the interface was a screen. You navigated to it, you clicked the links, you filled out the endless forms. You, the human user, did all the heavy lifting. But in Interface Zero, the interface actually moves to your side. An agent, acting entirely on your behalf and totally aligned with your personal preferences, navigates all that digital friction for you. Just look at how our digital habits have evolved. Back in 1991 with Web 1.0, the whole paradigm was just publishing, right? We basically just read static pages. Then, around 2004, Web 2.0 brought us participation. We practically lived in apps, posted our own content, and left reviews. But today, we're stepping right into the era of delegation. You just state your intent, something like, hey, book me a flight to Tokyo for under $4,000, and these intelligent agents handle the navigation, the interaction, and the actual execution all on your behalf.
Moving right along to section 2, death of the funnel and bypassing the homepage.
What this shift really means for businesses is the total, absolute breakdown of traditional marketing. For 20 years, businesses optimized for human psychology. We built these elaborate funnels to guide people from awareness all the way down to purchase. But today, your gorgeous homepage, your high-res hero image, that emotionally resonant marketing copy, none of it matters to an AI agent. They literally can't see it. Old discovery was all about human retrieval and human persuasion. New discovery, it is entirely about machine decision. Agents don't feel urgency cues. They could care less about the color of your Buy Now button. They are strictly evaluating structured data. And this creates a completely new architecture for discovery, one where the traditional sales funnel is just bypassed entirely. It basically happens in 4 steps. First, the user simply states an intent to their agent. Second, the agent evaluates data all across the web. Third, it extracts specific, hard details. We're talking pricing, real-time availability, service history. And fourth, it autonomously executes the action. The user never even sees your hard-earned search engine ranking. If your business isn't optimized for steps 2 and 3, well, you simply do not exist in this new economy. Which brings us to section 3, the machine-readable business. Think of this as your survival playbook. If the old web is dying, how in the world do you adapt? Well, you've got to transform into a machine-readable business. You need to implement structured data so that agents can actually read your pricing and inventory. You must build deep APIs because APIs are literally the new highways for this agentic traffic. You're going to need to focus on an operations-first culture where actually delivering on your promises matters way more than some flashy ad campaign. Morrow even suggests establishing a totally new corporate role, an agent relations function, just to ensure your data is perfectly legible to these AI middlemen at all times. Now, this is absolutely crucial. Your reputation completely changes in Interface Zero. It's no longer just a nice-to-have, fuzzy brand metric. It is a literal discovery mechanism. An AI agent trying to book a hotel for its user is not going to sit there and read your luxurious website copy. Nope. It's going to ruthlessly evaluate your average star rating, your response rate to negative reviews, your cancellation history, and your raw operational consistency. In this new world, simply doing good business is literally the only marketing that actually works. Let's get into section 4. Who owns the customer? Welcome to the platform wars. This whole shift triggers a massive, high-stakes economic battle over the agent layer. Whoever sits closest to the user by controlling that ambient agent is going to wield incredible economic power. You've got Apple entering the race with huge user trust and on-device privacy. Google is fighting tooth and nail to transition its absolute dominance in search into agentic discovery. Microsoft is busy embedding agents right into the enterprise workflows we use every single day. Amazon has total commerce and logistics dominance. And, of course, we can't forget the AI-native startups building entirely new architectures from the ground up. Whoever wins this layer captures a customer relationship more completely than any previous digital aggregator ever could. So, as you can probably guess, this dynamic is going to create some clear, impending economic carnage, but also some massive opportunities. Any exposed business models that rely on capturing human attention, like ad-dependent structures or sneaky subscriptions that rely on high-friction retention, they are going to suffer immensely. Why? Because agents don't watch ads, and they'll navigate your complicated cancellation process in a millisecond. On the flip side, businesses delivering verifiable quality, operational excellence, and solid data infrastructure are going to win big. It's a genuinely democratizing force that actually rewards true quality over massive marketing budgets. And finally, section 5, the human question and the philosophical stakes. We really have to look beyond just the corporate playbook here, because we are facing some profound philosophical stakes as individuals. Morrow highlights what he calls the haunting paradox of delegation. Yes, we are gaining incredible, mind-blowing convenience, but at what cost? He warns us about skill atrophy. When we hand all our decisions over to machines, whether that's comparison shopping, financial planning, or just finding a local plumber, we risk losing the personal judgment and the consumer literacy that we only develop through direct engagement with the real world. And zooming out to the macro level, there is a huge systemic risk here. Think about it. If just 2 or 3 massive tech platforms control the very agents that mediate the majority of our commercial and informational decisions, they gain unprecedented epistemic and economic control over our lives. They are the ones deciding what options we see, what products are recommended, and ultimately how we even understand the digital world around us. I want to leave you with a real thought-provoker regarding your own future digital autonomy. Look, convenience is an incredibly powerful drug, no doubt about it, but it always demands a trade. In the rapidly approaching era of interface zero, are you simply delegating your friction, or are you quietly surrendering your agency? Think about that the next time you ask your phone to book a flight or manage your schedule. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I highly encourage you to keep questioning the interface in front of you.